E.N.D here. When it comes to selling single cards, your biggest costs are fees, eBay fees, PayPal, TCG, etc., and shipping cost. There's nothing you can do regarding the fees. These are fixed, you're using the platform and you need to pay them, but shipping costs are a big headache because you want to ship your cards safely, but at the same time you want to keep the cost low. Today I'm going to show you various methods how to ship safely, but at the same time you keep the cost low. Before starting, you have to keep in mind that shipping cost depends a lot on the weight. Therefore, I'm going to use a scale. This is very important, especially if you sell regularly single cards. I recommend also you buy one. They are not very expensive, so I recommend you have one of these scales. For this tutorial, I'm going to use 3 different cards at 3 different price points. First of all, we're going to use a Stomping Ground from Guildpact. This is a foil card, a foil version, original Stomping Ground from Guildpact, the first Shockland. Value of this card is around $100. The second card I'm going to use is Lukka Coppercut Outcast, the mythic card from Ikoria or Behemoth. This card currently has a value of around $10 to $12. And the next card I'm going to use is this Draenei Stinger, a common card, and I'm going to use a playset. Value of this card, or value of these cards, is very cheap. It's a common card and usually it's around $1 to $2, so it's very cheap. Let's start with the high value card. I recommend that when shipping high value cards, you ship as much safe as possible. It's better to incur some extra cost than refund an expensive card because it was damaged during shipping. For this card, which as I said cost around $100, I would use a sleeve, obviously use a sleeve, double sleeve it's better, and put it in a top loader. These top loaders, they're not very expensive, they're not very cheap, but they are not very expensive. So when selling cards like this, $100, I recommend you use a top loader. This will guarantee some safeness. Put it in a top loader. Now, something very important, you seal the top of the top loader. This is very important. Use some paper, seal it, use some tape, put some tape, very simple, and the card is safe in your top loader. Now, you're going to ship with an envelope, put the card in the envelope. Something that I recommend is that you put tape on the top loader and the envelope. Putting some tape like this, you put pieces of tape like this, you guarantee that the card doesn't slip out of the envelope. So this is what I would do when ship high value cards. I would always use top loaders, sleeve or double sleeve. Remember to seal the top of the top loader and remember to seal the top loader in the envelope. Like this, you have some guarantee that during shipping the card will not get damaged. And also, obviously, if the card does not get damaged, you don't need to incur any refunds at all. So this is how I would ship a high value card like this. If the card value is between $8 to $20, like this Lukka Coppercut Outcast, around $10 to $12, I would recommend also to use a top loader. As I said, top loaders, there you have guarantee that the top loader will keep the card safe. But as I said, top loaders, they're not very cheap, but at the same time, they're not very expensive. So if you want to save cost and you don't want to ship in a top loader, what is my recommendation? My recommendation is to put the card, first of all, always put it in a sleeve. If you can put it double sleeve, it's better, but always put it in a sleeve. Remember to seal the top of the sleeve. That's very important, like I did with the Stomping Ground. Remember to seal it well. Then what I would do is this. I would take an empty box of Magic the Gathering. Here, the empty box. I would cut from the box some pieces of cardboard. Let's take, this is an empty box, of course, at 2019. I would cut pieces of cardboard. This size should be enough. Then I would put the card inside the cardboard and seal it. Seal it with a piece of tape. Very simple, like this. Always seal it the top and seal the bottom. Tape is not cheap, tape is not expensive, I'm sorry, so you can use as much tape as possible. Like this, you didn't incur any cost at all in a top loader, because this comes free. This is a booster box. Cardboard is everywhere, and there is a very good guarantee that the card is safely in these two pieces of cardboard. Now, as always, in the envelope, put it in the envelope and make sure that the card is well sealed in the envelope. Use tape, use pieces of tape, seal it well in the envelope, and also seal the envelope with tape. Like this, you have a very good guarantee that the card will come safely at the destination. If you sell a card that is very cheap, like this Stinger, a playset of this will sell for around $1.50, $2 maximum. Obviously, when you have so much low value, you need to save as much possible on shipping cost. What I would do in case of selling a playset of a very cheap card. First of all, remember you have to put the cards in a sleeve. This is very important. Sleeves like these, they are not very expensive, they are quite cheap, so always put them in a sleeve. And my recommendation is that you don't use 4 sleeves, you try to minimize cost as possible. So use one for the 4 of them. So that's the first thing. Now, what I would do to guarantee that the card is safely delivered. Let me show you a very small trick. First of all, you need a piece of paper. An A4 paper would be enough. You can put some advertising, a thank you for the purchase. Nothing special, you can print these from any printer. I would put the card inside the piece of paper, fold it around the card, like I'm doing. Fold it well around the card. The last piece, fold it again. You have to do as much as possible so that you will tighten and strengthen this part. Then, quite well around the card, fold it very well around the card, and the top of it, just fold it back like this. Seal it with tape. It's very important to seal it with tape. Let me take a couple of tape. Seal it very well with tape, like this. You can see you folded a piece of an A4 paper around a playset of cards, and the fold is guaranteed that you have very strength in your playset. Like this, you didn't spend money in a top loader, you didn't spend money in extra sleeve for a playset. Put it in the envelope. You can see the envelope, how strong it is with an A4 paper. Fold it this way. You can see the video, you can rewind the video and see it how I fold it. Fold it this way, just fold it, and fold it again. Pieces of paper to seal the card in the envelope, and that's ready. And that's how I ship a low value card. Shipping this method, with this method, a low value card, there is a guarantee, a very good guarantee, that the card will be safely shipped and safely delivered to the recipient. As always, I hope you like this video. Here, the subscription button, subscribe for my channel for more and more interesting videos about Magic the Gathering and the collectible world.